Hi everyone, it's James here. Welcome back to Squeeze Fan TV, the world's only daily Squeeze vlog. And today we're going to do another song of the day. And I will be bringing the poll back at some point. Just at the moment, I'm just trying to pre-record some videos, so I need to barrel through. So I've just been choosing the latest few. I apologise for that. So today we're going to look at a great song from the album Ridiculous. I'm just trying to get the CD booklet back into some kind of shape here. I'm just going to read the lyrics from here. Not sure if the lyrics are in song by song, but I think this is a great song. I think the Ridiculous album, I do like the album, but I think in certain ways it's overworked, overproduced. There's too much going on. It's too long, and there are some songs I think which are not generic exactly, but they kind of lose that sense of squeezeness, I think, because there's too many keyboards, there's too much production. But I think Daphne is an example of a song that just cuts straight to the heart of what Squeeze is in its essence. Just a great little band with a lovely tune, great lyric, great accordion part actually, and I think the song just works really well. It's funny. Chris and Glenn actually wanted to cut the song from the album amazingly. There's that documentary, isn't there, the VH1 documentary that they did at the time, and you can see Pete Smith, the producer, in the studio, just having a sort of argument with him in the studio, because Glenn is saying, oh, I think we should maybe cut Daphne from the record, and he's just saying, I won't allow it, Glenn. You know, it's just classic Squeeze. You can't cut this song from the record. And of course Squeeze did that. Around this time, they were sort of leaving off really good tracks and consigning them to B-sides, and then there were certain songs going on the albums which were not as good as the stuff they'd chopped out. Anyway, I think it was definitely the right call. I think Pete absolutely called it right, and it's a good job it's on the record. Actually, Jim Drury in Song by Song says about Daphne, it's my favourite song on the album, and Chris says mine too. So it's amazing that it was down for the chop, you know. Written in a traffic jam, according to Chris, going through the Blackwell Tunnel on my way to a recording session with Amy Mann, and the character Daphne is based on Amy. I've forgotten that. Amy Mann, great singer-songwriter, absolutely brilliant talent. Why do you say she's being ridiculous in the chorus, asks Jim, and Chris says that was her catchphrase. She was always saying, don't be ridiculous. And then the line, all that you want is here, sounds like you're suggesting a relationship. And Chris actually says, that's what I was hoping. I make no bones about it. I was having delusions of grandeur. I never had a relationship with her, but I've always found her attractive in lots of ways. Really interesting confessions coming from Chris here. I'd completely forgotten all this. I don't look at the book before I do these videos because I want to be surprised myself, even though I've read the book about 10 million times. You know, I always forget things. Glenn says, I love the lyric to Daphne, although I didn't know what it was about. Anyone who can put Nana Muscuri into a lyric is a genius. Quite right too. I love it when Chris name checks people. Glenn says he was using lots of acoustic guitars at the time, having started falling in love with playing the guitar again after a few years of shying away from it. It's true actually, on the Ridiculous album, there's a lot of guitars on this record. It was a really nice guitar album. I think you could hear that. Anyway, so yes, the lyric. What is it about? Does anybody know? Let's have a look. Daphne, don't be ridiculous. This silence is killing us. Talk to me. Speak with a loving tongue. Give life a sense of fun. Daphne, don't be so cavalier. All that you want is here. Talk to me. Speak with your pretty eyes, not without compromise. If you're used to a life of farces, playing games of judge and jury, you know when you're wearing those glasses, you look like Nana Muscuri. Daphne, laugh and take silly time. Leave sadness way behind. Talk to me. Tell jokes and belly laugh. Don't cut your life in half. Shelley wrote verse for you. He would have wanted to talk to me, saying I must be thick. Love is a lunatic. If you're used to a life of farces, playing games of judge and jury, you know when you're wearing those glasses, you look like Nana Muscuri. So you can be adjourned. I'm so concerned. Don't be ridiculous. This silence is killing us. Talk to me. A very cryptic song. I've no idea whether there's a cogent story there trying to get out, or whether it's Chris just leaving little clues as to what may have been happening in his emotional life at the time. I don't know. I don't really want to know, really. It's one of those songs that you can just enjoy for what it is. You know, the way that the lyric marries to the melody is just so delightful. You can lose yourself in the song. Nonna Muscuri does make me laugh, actually, because I'm a big record collector and I buy a lot of second-hand records, and I'm always digging around in charity shops trying to find records. And Nana Muscuri is one of the artists that you will always find in cardboard boxes in charity shops. Her records are just not wanted at all. They're always about 50p or 25p, and they're always sat in these boxes. Nobody wants them, you know. Nana Muscuri, James Last, Val Doonican, you know, she seems to occupy that space. I've never actually heard her music. I've no idea what kind of music she makes, but it doesn't seem to be very cool anyway. Anyway, fantastic of Chris to name check out in that song, Daphne, which I totally love. I think it is my favourite song on the album, so let me know what you think of it. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate all your comments and support, and please do subscribe if you haven't already, and let's try and make the channel more visible if possible. Almost on 50 subscribers now, so that's fantastic. That's absolutely brilliant. So that'll do for now. I will see you in the next video.